Good morning, friends and fellow traders. This is Doug Campbell with Right Way Options, coming to you with a morning market preparation video for March 19th, 2018. So last week we had just a little bit of bearish pressure on the market, pulling things back, and I was hopeful for the market, and I still am somewhat hopeful, but I got to admit those hopes are starting to become a little bit more concerned. First off, we had the diamonds here. The diamonds attacked that 25,000, or the Dow, I should say. Tried to remount that 25,000 level on the Dow and just was unable to do it. We attacked it a couple of times during the day and, several times over the last couple days last week, but just were not able to show enough strength to get back above there and hold. That means that we not only failed through the 50-day moving average here on the diamonds, but we're also below that key important psychological level. Now, if you look at this pattern, you can see we still have, hope here. Hope that we can hold above this little rally trend line here. Hope that we can stay up here. But if we look right here this morning, the bears are showing some teeth here this morning, and we're looking at a gap down. Currently, as I put this together, we're looking at about 130 points in gap down here on the diamonds. Not very encouraging. However, we could still hold on here as long as we can hold somewhere in this area. Either just above or below that line, this area will be very, very important. If that fails, watch real quickly for a dip down into here. And if that fails, well, look out below. It could get real ugly. So watch that closely. We don't want to see an awful lot of additional selling pressure coming in. We need to see those bulls step up and push back. Let's take a look at the SPY. Now the SPY, again, I have been holding out, significant, positive. Well, we're putting out rather positive looks on this because we have been in this little trend. But on Friday before the close, we gave up the 50-day moving average here on the SPY. Now that can be okay as long as they recover it within a day or two. And as you can see this morning, we're looking at a gap down open here. Now we don't want this downtrend line to be breached to the downside. That could really be ugly for us. Notice we've got other moving averages kind of hanging out right here, and we're going to gap down below all of that this morning. Not a good sign, so we need those bulls to come back in and push back. Otherwise, the selling could become a little bit extreme with some panic. Now, I believe probably what the market is really nervous over is, well, not only the trade war that could be, continuing to ramp up here, but I think what the market is really nervous about more than anything is the FOMC announcement coming this week. So the next couple 3 days, we don't get the FOMC decision until Wednesday afternoon. The next couple 3 days could be a little bit exciting in price action with just that big unknown of our new Fed chair. Where he's going to come down? Is he going to be hawkish? Is he going to be dovish? Where's he going to come down as far as that statement goes? So there's that big unknown, and the market just hates uncertainty. So we could see a little bit of bigger price action, lots of whip back and forth. We're going to have to watch closely if things really begin to break down, however. Now the Qs gapping down significantly this morning, which is unfortunate. Losing this support area this morning is going to be well, it's not good. I was hoping we were going to hold in this area. As a matter of fact, this line right here was a price alert, hoping that we would get some kind of a little more rest in here and then that pop to bring us up and give me an opportunity to pick up a position in the Qs. But now we're gapping lower. At least we're holding above the 50-day moving average, which is a good thing. And as long as we can maintain this, hold this uptrend, we should be okay. But again, watch closely. If panic picks up, it could get ugly fast. IWM hanging in here on Friday, really the only one putting in a positive type candle. And now this morning we're going to gap down to the lows of this little downtrend, and we just need some cooler heads to prevail. It really is okay with IWM pulling back as long as it holds above this important support level and holds above that 50-day moving average right in here. So a little more pullback in here really won't hurt us much in IWM when you consider its overall trend and everything that it's done. So I'm holding out for a little bit of hope here that the bulls, the cooler heads will prevail, the bulls will step back in. But I got to admit, I'm really starting to become concerned that they're not going to be able to get it done. So keep an eye on that. Now, also keep in mind that over the next 2 or 3 days, with all of the unknown of the FOMC out there, we could see a lot of whippy price action and in a wider range than we've seen the last few days. So don't be surprised if we get really whippy, if there's going to be big reversals intraday, a lot of whipsaw price action as we wait for those decisions to be made. On the side of the VIX, that fear indicator, we dropped back below that 50-day moving average on Friday, and that was a good thing. And we also failed to hold on to this support level. That also was a good thing. Of course, we're in such a tight range that any pop like what's likely to occur today could definitely change this picture into a bullish picture for the VIX. So kind of keep that in mind, that fear could really come into the market here this morning if those bulls don't step up fairly soon. Keep that in mind. T2122, looking at T2122, you can see that the 4-week new high, new low ratio, that little tiny rally that we had on Friday in the diamonds and IWM actually brought us back up here considerably. So today's price action move will probably bring us back down, toward that bullish reversal zone. We'll have to watch this close. Seems like we're just going to see some real choppy price action to me. But obviously I don't want to predict that. I just want to, I will wait and see and respond to it. So folks, today, make sure you have a plan that really gives you some flexibility. Anything is potentially possible. And when the market is emotional, nervous about an unknown, just keep in mind that the market can stay irrational. It may be completely irrational how it reacts, but it can stay irrational much longer than we can stay liquid. So for some folks, it may be better to just stand aside, let this shake itself out. For some, it may be perfectly okay to get in there and trade if you're very quick traders, but just have a plan to make sure and protect that capital. On the economic calendar, as you can see here, economic calendar, we really don't have much going on here. We got Atlanta Fed Bank members speaking this morning and some bond auctions. We begin the FOMC meeting on Tuesday, and FOMC statement will come out at 2:00 p.m. on Wednesday with the Fed chair news to follow. The FOMC forecast could be really important because this is where they may come out and say, we're going to add an additional interest rate increase this year, which the market, of course, would not like at all. Let's take a quick peek here on the economic calendar. We have about 55 companies reporting earnings as our earnings season is finally beginning to wind down. But that doesn't relieve us from the responsibility of making sure we check against those earnings dates for anything that we own and anything that we are thinking of buying, so we don't get caught by a surprise move in the stock based on an earnings report. With that, folks, I want to wish you all a fantastic day. I hope everyone sees great profits. And if this is the first time you've seen this information, please do me a favor. Click on that subscribe button on YouTube and the follow me button on Facebook. And also, please feel free to share this video with any friends and family that you might think could benefit from this information. If you find it worthy, please do me a favor and drop a comment. I really do appreciate those. Everyone take care. Have a fantastic day. And I will talk to you all very, very soon, bright and early Tuesday morning. Take care now.